I want you to meet a restaurant owner going viral for capturing the frustration felt by millions of small American business owners all across the country. Watch here.
We cannot survive. My staff cannot survive. Look at this. Tell me that this is dangerous. But right next to me is a slap in my face.
Yeah, Angela Marsden's the owner of the Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill in Los Angeles. Angela, good afternoon to you, and thank you for your time. Your story is amazing. That online clip you filed, just so viewers understand, a movie came in to set up the dining area for the workers on the movie.
Yeah.
That were removed by about 15 feet from where you spent thousands and thousands of dollars to try and feed people in the general public, and you were told to shut down, and they were as a colleague said earlier today, why didn't the film crew just pick up the food from your restaurant and help support you along the way? I think that would have been a compromise you would have certainly taken up on. I want to know why we can't get it right, because the movie theaters, they're saying our people are tested. We take temperatures. We have to show positive or negative tests. Otherwise, we operate within a bubble. I know you understand all that, but why can't we get this right?
I've been asking that all along since this started. I mean, here we are, 9 or 10 months out? And yes, the numbers are spiking, but we all knew that was going to happen in the winter, right? So, I've been talking to some other restaurant owners to try to make suggestions to the county as far as why can't we have testing for our staff instead of paying unemployment and ruining people's lives, start testing us. I mean,
keep going.
So sorry, there's interference, but
okay.
I go to a testing spot where I get a COVID test in 15 minutes off Ventura Boulevard. So why aren't there solutions to the problem rather than extremes of shutting people down and literally demolishing the community? Because that is what is going to happen. The stories I have heard, I could go on for days. I could put a business owner and tell you how many employees they've employed every single day for months, so I don't understand. I mean, we hire our politicians to think outside the box and to be here for times like this. And the solutions that they're giving is, it is worse, than the cure. And I hate to say that because it's not about politics. It's about people.
A lot of people think about it. I was watching with Neil a bit earlier today, and you said exactly that. It's all about the people. And I thought you were excellent just trying to relay your story and your message. The idea about that movie set setting up on your parking lot, it's absolutely moronic, and I'm sure the pain runs deep. But you mentioned our politicians. What could Washington do that could help people like you get to the other side?
I mean, Bill, how can they come in for emergency votes over the post office and over, their pay, and we're still sitting here without a package? My employees, their unemployment has run out. They don't have unemployment left. My PPP was gone in 2 months. So this, one thing that they could have done, knowing that this was coming, is set the politics aside and worked together and passed a bill. It's outrageous that the politicalness of what team is going to win has outweighed the lives of millions and millions of people across this country. And I mean lives, suicides, losing homes, losing businesses. And this is just the beginning. I mean, I keep telling people, wait till they pull the evictions, when they're allowed to pull the evictions. My staff, their rent, my rent is $1,800. If I couldn't pay my rent for 7 months, and now you're telling me I have to pay my rent, plus I have to pay, payments back on the back rent owed, and I'm trying to find a job in a community that no longer has businesses for me to find a job in. What do they think is going to happen?
I know a lot of your fire has been directed at the mayor of Los Angeles and the governor to
Yes.
lesser degree, but the mayor certainly. He put out this
Yes.
statement. I want to get to it. Eric Garcetti, my heart goes out to Ms. Marzin and the workers of the Pineapple Hill Saloon who have to comply with state and county public health restrictions that close outdoor dining. No one likes these restrictions, but I do support them as our hospital ICU beds fill to capacity and cases have increased by 500%. We must stop this virus before it kills thousands of more Angelenos. You know what the rule was? If a certain region hit 85% of capacity in the ICU, things had to shut down. And 4 or 5 regions in
Right.
California have reached that. To the mayor, you say what when you get that response?
You know, I have a few things to say. Number one is, you know, please make, think about your legacy that you want to leave. You know, that you guys knew in March, get the ship out. Reopen the things that you said in the beginning. You had all these places you turned into hospitals for hospital beds, for overflow. The answer is not killing the community. There are a lot of people out here, you know, I know a lot of people that have gotten COVID and they're doing just fine. And I know that some people, unfortunately, it isn't that way for them. And my heart goes out to them. Like, you know, like I've been saying, I care about people. I went above and beyond in my patio, and so do all the other small business owners. But you guys knew this was coming. So you should bring the small business owners together, like myself. I mean, even spas, hair salons, and have a roundtable.
They're operating under the same restrictions. Let me just try and drive back to this point that I was at a few moments ago. Spell out a compromise. What works for you in Los Angeles?
We had a compromise. The outdoor dining, they don't have any proof that it was spreading through outdoor dining. And I'm going to tell you, Bill, I have tuberculosis. I was told it's suppressed. My doctor said you shouldn't be working around the public. I have been working around the public since day one, being responsible, using gel, using gloves, using masks, face shields, temperature checks, you know, having my staff check their temperature before they come to work. I haven't gotten it. Knock on wood. You know, we're grown-ups and we're responsible adults. So pay the people that need to stay home, that are vulnerable, to stay home then. But start targeting your approach in a way that our economy can stay open, because, you know, as
You need the help.
I
I can hear it. I see it in your face. I hear it in your voice. I hope the leaders who make the rules hear it as well. And maybe we can reach the compromise that you just laid out here. Angela, we're going to stay in touch with you throughout the week, okay? And we'll see whether or not we can end the logjam there for you and so many others.